Hi everyone, today I'm going to be walking you through one of ChargeOver's features called brands. You can consider using brands if your company operates under multiple business names, or if you wanted a way to customize or separate things like your customers and invoices, or even control the mapping of your payments to your payment gateways. To enable brands, you're going to be going to your settings, your features tab, and then more features. You can search for brands and enable it. I already have it enabled, so I'm just going to be taken right to my settings here. And once you're prompted to create your new brand and you get that set up, your first brand is going to become your default brand. You can change this default brand at any time, but once the first default brand is set, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically assign itself to all your customers in your account. You will not be able to mass update customers' brands using this drop down, but you will be able to control what brand a new customer is assigned after this is set. So to create a new brand, we're going to click the button New Brand, and then the main things that we need to fill out here are the brand name and then the brand address. So I'm going to do that quick. Now that I've completed that, I can choose to fill out any of the other blanks that I see here. I'm going to choose to fill out the custom invoice number in blank because it provides an easier way for me to scan my invoices if I'm looking for a brand specific invoice. You don't have to do this, but it's just helpful for me. Once you add in your numbering here, there's examples down here below if you don't know what to do. It'll give you an example of what that invoice number could look like. One thing that you should also fill out or upload is the brand logo. We do not pull the brand or the logo from your company profile into each of your brands. So you will need to upload, it can be the same logo, but for some companies, they would want a different logo for your brand, so that's why we don't do it. You can also choose a brand specific domain here if you'd like. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click save. I'm going to get my new brand created here. Once that new brand is created, I'm going to go to one of my customers. I'm going to show you how to edit the brand on a customer. As you can see, the default brand was assigned to this customer. I'm going to click the edit tab, and then the brand drop down is here, and I can change that to whatever I want. So I'm going to choose my new brand. I'll click save. And now my customer has a new brand. Any new subscriptions or invoices created under this customer will have this brand. Any old subscriptions or invoices will keep the brands they have now. If I go to a subscription, you can see that there's a brand here. I can click the edit tab and I can change this whenever I want. Just remember to save your changes. I'm not going to do that now though, because I am going to show you guys that you can have two different subscriptions for a customer and have two different brands assigned to them as well. So I'm going to go and create a new subscription. And then as you can see, my new brand that I assigned to my customer is now defaulting for this subscription. Once this invoice is created, I can show you guys how to edit a brand on an invoice. So we'll click into it, we'll click edit invoice, and then we'll click more advanced options. From here, I could change the brand to whatever I'd like. I guess I could choose Rough and Tumble Adventures, and I can save my changes there. This kind of leads into the next thing that I wanted to show you guys, which is how to set up brands with gateways so that only maybe certain customers can pay with a credit card, only certain customers can pay with an ACH. We're going to go back to our settings, and we're going to go to payment processing. Now I already have this set up, but I'm going to show you guys how I did it. So I am already connected to Forte for credit card payments. As you can see, all of the brands that I have created right now are assigned to this gateway, but I'm actually only going to assign my Indulge Inc. to this gateway. I'm going to save my changes. And then I'm going to basically, if I wanted to connect to the same gateway account twice, then all I need to do, which is what I did here, is click Add or Configure, find the gateway that I want. I can connect to, QuickBooks if I wanted to for ACH, but I'm just going to do the same gateway. I don't remember what my ID was, but basically the ID would be the same as my other Forte gateway, and then I would choose all of the other brands that were not selected to use Visa methods, and I'm going to only allow them to use ACH instead. So I'm just going to delete this old one that I had set up. And we're actually just going to switch this to no, and I'm going to save. So now my credit card gateway and my ACH, my new ACH gateway, are ready for customer checkout. So now I can actually go back to the invoice that I created with the whimsical brand. I switched it to the, I think, Rough and Tumble, Adventures, and then I'm going to use the pay link from the email that the customer would get to kind of showcase what this looks like. So I should only see the option to pay by ACH for this invoice, and I do see that here. I do not see the option to pay by credit card, so I know that my setup and my payment processing settings is working. I can edit my ACH numbers, and then I can pay the invoice. I'm going to go back to our brands page for just a second here and just kind of summarize what I went over today. So we went over what brands are and why you would want to use them, how to enable and set up a brand, and how to edit brands on a customer subscription and invoice. We also went over the basics of how to use brands to funnel your payments to certain gateways or to force your customers to use a certain payment method using brands. As always, you can contact support at chargeover.com for any additional questions you may have. Have a great rest of your day.